Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi guys, and welcome to our Travellers event. My name's Trish. I am currently in the outback of New South Wales. I have been affiliated with the Juice Plus company and the business for just under a year and a half, and we have been travelling since about February this year, so about 11 months we've been travelling and on the road. So for me, Juice Plus has brought a whole new level of freedom. I was very much involved in a traditional business with a great job prior to having Juice Plus. However, the opportunity came along at a time for me when I was in the throes of going back to work after having my first baby. And I really wasn't looking forward to doing that. Going back to work was something that I had thought I would always do, but when it came to doing it, it was something that I really didn't want to do. And long term, I could not see it being an option for me. So I really, for me, when the opportunity came along, I just thought, well, I'm using these products and it can't hurt for me to have a go at this. If I can just make back a little bit of money, even to pay for my products, I'll be happy with that. But in the back of my mind, I had this bigger grand plan that perhaps this could be something amazing. So for me, the option for traditional business where I was working really long hours, I was often taking work home with me anyway, and there were so many overheads. By the time, I'd done all those hours and I was doing the work at home as well, there really wasn't that much left over at the end of the day for us to be able to put away or do the things that we wanted. And, the reason we're doing this event is really for all of those people out there that are wanting to travel and to wanting to do something different with their family and escape the daily rat race. And that was something that we'd wanted to do for quite a while. But we just couldn't seem to get ahead. We had enough to live and we were getting by. That was fine. But we couldn't see how we could possibly put away enough money for us to go and travel this beautiful country that we have, because we didn't want to be doing it working all the time. We just didn't have that big pool of money. So for us, I started this business about 7 months before we left. And as I said, it was just this, I did have that skepticism at the start. I didn't know what this could be, and I really didn't trust that I was going to be the one that would make it work. But, really quickly I got going and started to see the rewards, and this just got so much bigger really quickly for us. So I guess the reason you're here is to learn a little bit about what it is that we do. I am going to have Mel jump on and share a little bit about our amazing product and program. And this is just one part of the business where we really get to help people with how they look and how they feel. And then we're going to have a look at what else we get to do, and that is to literally change people's lives and see what we can do for them in a financial perspective as well. So, Mel, if you can share with us a little bit about the products and program and how you came to Juice Plus.
Sure. So I joined Juice Plus, or I started taking the product in January of this year. I came to the product through my PT and my best friend, and over the years I've trusted her basically with my life, with my health and my journey, and I trust her judgment implicitly. So when she said she was using these products, I thought, no, I'll have a look at them. And the difference for me has been quite amazing. Before we left to travel in June, I was a deputy principal. I have 3 kids, was working full-time in a very highly stressful job, and I used to come home exhausted. There was no way I could play with the kids. There was no way I could do all of the things that I wanted to do, let alone have the energy to go out and travel and put myself in this situation. So our products are these 3. There's 3 capsules. There's fruits, veggies and berries. They are literally 26 fruits, veggies and berries in a vegan capsule. They're tested multiple times to make sure that they're chemical and pesticide free, which is really, really important to me. I know that what I'm putting in my body and my family's body is just really high quality produce. They're freeze-dried. They've dried at a really low temperature. The whole fruit and veggie is pulped and put into the vegan capsule. And then we also have the same product in a kid's chew. So these are looking a bit ratty, so you'll have to, excuse the packaging. They've travelled around Australia with us. And they are literally just the same product as the adults take, with a little bit of tapioca added to make them chewy and delicious for the kids. And we actually use these as a bit of a treat as well. If you want something sweet, we go to the chews and we have those chews. The last product that we have is our complete powders, and that's these ones here. These come in a French vanilla and a Dutch chocolate, and they are delicious, like delicious. I made a smoothie bowl for my breakfast this morning, and I was sitting at my table here going, oh, what is wrong with this morning? It's watery, it's bland, it's blah, and I was not enjoying it. Realised that I didn't put my complete powder in it, and that changed everything for me. So in our complete powders, there's 44 different whole foods. There's amazing things in here like mushroom powder and spirulina and millet, quinoa, there's pea protein, there's all sorts of amazing whole foods in these. And it's a really great way to add nutrition to your foods. So we don't encourage them as a meal replacement, but particularly when you're traveling, these are great to slip in your bag. If you're in between towns or you don't really have time to stop, these will sit in your handbag, or we've got them in a Tupperware container in the van. If you've had a late lunch like we did yesterday, we went out hiking yesterday, came home, had a late lunch, and then for dinner there was a smoothie. So it's just a great option to add extra nutrition into your day every day. So our capsules look after your micronutrients, so they flood your body with all of the cellular level goodness that you need every day. And then our complete powders look after your macronutrition, so that's your good fats, your carbs and your proteins, and they're really well balanced to do that as well. The one thing since we've been traveling that I've noticed is our kids are really, really great at making friends with the grey nomads. They love going up and talking to them. We've adopted some along the way as pseudo-grandparents for them. But what you really notice is how their health affects their ability to travel well and to explore and to get out there and do the things that we are able to do. So for me, to continue on in this lifestyle of exploring what we have to offer, looking after yourself and making sure that you're healthy and well is so important, because otherwise you miss out on those things. So for me, the products along with this really healthy outdoor lifestyle is just a great complement to each other. The other thing that we have that you get when you have these products is a nutrition program for the whole family called the Juicy Body Transformation. And it was designed by our top 10 Master Chef contestant. Her name is Kira Westwick, and she's really passionate about whole foods. So the program is based on whole foods. It meets your family where they're at. So if you're just starting out on your journey, there's so much information in this program for you to then start with little changes and make small changes to your family's menu and diet and nutrition every day. And then it eases you step by step through until you're at a place where whole foods are the base of your family's diet. So the foods are delicious. They're kid friendly. We make the clean sausage rolls, the clean KFC. We have nice cream. My family absolutely loves crispy honey sesame chicken. That's one of our favorites. And all of those foods, I have them in, I didn't bring it, a little plastic folder, and they come with me in the van. It's the only recipe book that I brought with me is my JBT guide. And we use that to meal plan ahead of time. We've got lunches in the fridge. There's lots of things that are really travel friendly as well, you know, platters for picnics and all sorts of things. So that's what our company is all about, and they're the products that we all love so much. Back to you, Trish.
Thanks, Mel. That was amazing. I totally agree, and I actually got a question from someone last night that's heading off on the road wanting to know a little bit about how we maintain our health. And, you know, I really shared about her with having just that insurance policy of the products, and that the program is so family friendly, and it is super travel friendly. You really can do a lot with it. Even to the point where obviously we're all about fresh produce, but there is a lot of meals that you can whip up that are also, you know, like from canned tuna and things like 4-bean mix and peas, which only have a small kind of component of the fresh produce that you need, and things like pumpkins and sweet potatoes, they travel really well. So, you know, it can be done, and it's really just about that preparation and planning that you talked about, which, you know, the only recipe guide that I brought as well is my JBT guide. So I'm in exactly the same boat.
You don't need a lot of the equipment either. So a lot of people talk about having a Thermomix or having power. We free camp a lot. We don't always have power with us when we travel. So, you know, being able to chop things and mix things and doing things alternate ways, I can make nearly every recipe in that JBT in a free camp. So it is really travel friendly as well as family friendly.
Yeah. Totally agree. That was amazing. Thanks, Mel.
Right.
So one of the things that often crops up for us is a bit of skepticism about this being a pyramid scheme, or, you know, I don't know enough people to share this business. I don't have enough friends. Who would I sell it to? So we're just going to hear a little bit from Jo around how this isn't a pyramid scheme, and that you don't need to know a lot of people to share this business. So thanks, Jo.
Hey guys. Okay, so I am not traveling at the moment, but I am this close to it. The Juice Plus business came into my life in April. I saw a post on Facebook. I was doing family daycare in my house, looking after 4 little ones. Saw a post pop up from somebody else who was closing their family daycare business because they had found a job working online and were able to out earn their income. My hubby and I have been dreaming of traveling around Australia in our caravan for quite some time. And when I saw this, I sent her a message. She sent me a link to the products, and I started doing some research. I'm actually a cancer survivor. So I had breast cancer 5 years ago at age 33, completely out of the blue. So I am very, very particular about what I put into my body. And so I did all the research, looked into everything, decided to give the products a go, fell in love with them. They do everything they say they will do, give you energy, help you sleep, clear your brain fog, and just bridge that gap between, you know, eating the same fruit and veggies every day and, you know, getting all of the extras that these have in them. So then I started looking into the business to see, could, you know, this really replace my income? Could it really support us as we travel around Australia? I am now happy to announce that I have closed my family daycare business. Straight after Christmas, we are putting our house on the market, and as soon as it sells, we get to hit the road. And we're going full-time. We have no end date in mind. We are going to go for as long as we can until we find the most beautiful place in Australia and decide to settle down. So the reason we get to do this is because this business model is fantastic. Just grab my little whiteboard here. So a lot of people do worry that it is some kind of pyramid scheme. The thing is if you have a look at it, every business is actually a pyramid scheme. You start up here with a CEO. Under here, you'll have some level with some managers. Then there's area managers, store managers. You work your way down, and then down here, you've got your receptionist, your admin person, your checkout chick. It really doesn't matter what business you're in. They're all similar to that. Our business is actually upside down, where we all start down here on exactly the same level, and our top level is called NMD. And there is absolutely no difference between any one of us who starts. We all have the opportunity to get to the top. There's no difference. So we can all do exactly that. So that's a little bit about pyramid schemes. The other thing, drop my pen, that a lot of people worry about is that they don't know enough people. So I just want to share with you a little bit about the power of numbers. So, for example, when I started in this business, it was me. And this was 6 months ago. Now, I was able to share this business with my friend, Beck. And she was able to share this business with her friend, Angela. Angela was able to share it with her daughter, Jacinta. In the meantime, I've also shared this business with Beryl. Now, I didn't know Beryl. Beryl happened to put a post up on Facebook saying that she was a 62-year-old lady. She had recently lost her mum, and was going to lose her mum's house because she was in financial difficulty and nobody, banks wouldn't help her and nobody would give her a job. So I got in touch with her and just said, hey, look, I don't know if it's for you, but this is what I'm doing. Do you want to have a look at it and see what you think? She absolutely fell in love with the products and the program. So she signed up and she shared it with her daughter, Katie. Katie fell in love with it. She shared it with Alyssa, with Emma, with Catherine. Emma has shared it with Tony. Alyssa shared it with Lauren. So as you can see, this has popcorned out, and in the meantime, I've shared it with a few other people, and it has just continued to go. Out of all of that, I knew one person out of this whole business has grown from me knowing one person and then sharing a Facebook post with somebody else on there. So it is not a matter of how many people you know to start with. It's a matter of when you see somebody in need, you share with them. And that's as simple as this business can be. So if it's just you and you, for example, decide to share with 2 people, those 2 people share with 2 others, then now got 4. Those 4 share with 2 people, you've got 8. They share with 2, you've got 16. They share with 2, you're now at 32. They share with 2, you've got 64 people in your business just from sharing with 2 people. The magic number in our business though is 5. Imagine if you shared it with 5 people. Now this could be for us over Nibblies at happy hour, and it's so easy to do because everybody wants better health. Everybody knows they need fruit, veg and berries. And most people wouldn't mind a few extra $100 or more in their bank account every month. So if we can share it with 5, and those 5 share it with 5, we've got 25. They share it with 5, you're 125. They share it with 5, 625. They share it with 5, you're over 3,000 people. Now, do you need 3,000 people? No, definitely not. But it's just to show you what the power of numbers can be. So purely by sharing it with people who you can see are struggling, who need this, who want this, that's all this business is about. And that's how we get to travel, have a great life, and help people get healthy and hopefully wealthy at the same time. Thank you.
Awesome, Jo. Thank you. Yes, I definitely love looking at the power of numbers. This is definitely a business where you don't need a lot of people, and you meet people along the way. It's amazing how big your network can become. I think the really strong point there around pyramids is that they're actually illegal since the 70s. So, there's quite a few people around Australia and around the world doing this business. And if it were illegal, we wouldn't be here today. So what we're going to have a little look at next is a little bit more about how we get paid in this business. That, of course, is the fun part of this business. And, when we talk about the types of people that might come into this business and what you might be looking for from this business, there's usually 3 different sorts of people. So what we call type A person might come along looking just for making maybe $200, $300, maybe $500 a month. Just that extra stream of income that can make a difference to perhaps cover their grocery bill, or maybe it's to have your nails done once a month, or whatever it is that your family needs, something special, just that little bit of extra income, and that's okay. If you're coming to this business looking for that, we can certainly help you do that. Type B person, it might be looking to make more like $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And again, we can certainly help you achieve that and, set that as your goal. And that might be just to maybe cover a car payment. It might be to pay rent. Could be to clear up some ugly bills that you have coming in. Something to make your life just a little bit easier. So it could be for a stay-at-home mum who just wants some part-time flexible work, or it could be for someone who's actually in the workforce and looking to make some additional dollars. So we can certainly work with both those categories. it could be someone, what we call person C, who's looking for a life change. And I was definitely that person. You know, like at the start, like I said, I was coming in to cover my products, but once I saw what this could be, I thought, yep, I want this. I can do anything with this. I can make it mine and turn it into anything, and it can change my life. So we can definitely work with you around doing that. So to have a look at how we get paid, we actually get paid 3 ways in this business. So we get paid in retail profit. So I'll just put a little R here to remind you. So retail profit is basically every time one of our products leaves our head office, you receive payment. So in terms of helping people, so helping people with their health, helping them look and feel better, working on things like psoriasis, eczema, thyroid conditions, weight loss, all those sorts of things, we can help with those things. And the beauty is that we get paid to help people do it. So it's a little bit like when you go to a good restaurant and you let someone know that that was a great restaurant, you should try it. It's exactly like we refer people and we get paid to do it, which is really fun. The second way that we get paid is in commissions. So commissions is what we can refer to as your residual income. And basically, it's as you build a team and you raise them up and you help them to be successful and help them to get what they want out of their business, we actually get incentives for doing that. So we get bonuses and a residual commission from doing that. So that's really fun. And that's, you know, to be honest, the commission and the residual income is what is the most exciting thing to me about this business, because there will be months where, you know, like I know when we were up north, we went out onto the Coburg Peninsula and there was 0 reception on the Coburg Peninsula. We were out there for 10 days. So for us, there was no work. For 10 days, I didn't have contact with anybody. So that month I still got paid because I have a residual income. Whereas in my traditional business, if I'm not at work, I'm not getting paid. If I'm not in that chair, I'm not getting paid. So that's the most exciting thing about this business, I think. And then one other way that we get paid, which is pretty exciting as well, is in bonuses. So there's a bit of an unwritten law in our team that bonuses are for you, and that when you get a bonus, you get to go out and spend it on something special. So there's heaps of fun to be had with those bonuses. So today I'm just going to take you a little bit more through our bonuses and what that looks like for you. So this is our bonus structure. I'll just throw it up for you so I'm not scribbling everywhere. So when you come into the business, you actually start as a virtual franchise, and you can climb your way through the bonuses as such. Because this is a teaching business, every time you get a bonus, so maybe you achieve a level, the person who taught you also gets a bonus. And that will be the same as when you teach your team to come through. So when you get to SDVF, your teacher also gets $400 and you get $400. When you get to SC, you get $600 and your teacher gets $600. As you climb up, you move on to SSC. You get a $1,200 bonus for getting to SSC and your teacher gets $1,200. All the way up to QNMD, where it's a $1,500 and then your teacher gets $1,500, and at NMD it's a $3,000 bonus. So this is kind of the NMD position is the pinnacle of our business, and there are more positions on from that. But NMD, when you get to NMD, generally speaking, and obviously this fluctuates a little bit on the depth of your business, but most NMDs are earning about $8,000 a month residually. So when you look at that across 12 months, it's looking at around $100,000 a year for working part-time flexible hours and for helping people. So it is a pretty incredible opportunity. You know, I have never been paid so well for helping people in my life. And like I said, to be able to have that flexibility to come and go, and, you know, when you do step out of the business, as Joe showed us, that popcorn effect happens where you take the heat off for a little while, the popcorn keeps popping. So you step away from it and your team continues to grow and you get that residual income that comes with that. So I think that's, you know, what makes this such an incredible opportunity for those that are wanting to travel and wanting to have something that goes with you. And when I look at, business in today's day and age, things are changing the way that we do things. A lot of business is online. There's a lot of advertising online. You start looking around online at something, and the next opportunity that you go and look somewhere else, there's usually what you've been looking at over there on that page is coming up through advertising somewhere at what you're looking at. So the marketing strategies out there, they're wanting us online. So business is changing. So having an online opportunity to do something like this just makes sense to me. It does anyway. So I think, someone has obviously invited you along to this event, or perhaps you've seen it shared by one of us or one of our team. And this, it's an amazing opportunity that you can make it whatever you want. And if there's something in your life that you're wanting to achieve, I have no doubt in my mind that you can have that. There is absolutely every chance that this could be an incredible opportunity for you, just like it has been for me. And nothing is, there is no difference between you and I as to why I can do something like this and you can't. I have shared the majority, I think, of my story, but for me, I left home 7 months after starting my business, and I left as a QNMD. And then I achieved the NMD position along the way. So, it's living proof that this can be done, and anyone can do it in whatever situation you're in. I didn't have the time at home. I was raising a small baby. I was also packing a house, and I was also working 1 day a week. So it's not that I had all this time, and I didn't have a heap of money. This business doesn't require a lot of money to start. You can make what you outlay back in the first week of your business. So it's not something that requires a lot of money. If you are willing to be teachable and you have the desire, then you can do this business. Anyone can. So I will leave you guys with that thought, and I would encourage you to reach back to whoever invited you here and maybe further explore this, maybe ask some questions. Maybe you are type A, maybe you're type C. Whatever it is, we can help you achieve what you're looking for. Melissa, Joe, if you want to add anything to finish, that'd be great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. It's I just wanted to say it's just a fantastic opportunity. I keep getting asked by people, I couldn't do that, or you're so lucky to be able to do that. But this is an opportunity for you to be able to create that for your own family. If you have the desire, like you said, and you have that, it's a priority in your life, this business is a fantastic way to make that happen for you and your family.
Well, for me, I absolutely love it. Like, there's no way that I could have wrapped up my traditional business and be getting ready to hit the road in the next, month or so. It just never would have happened. At 37, I get to travel around Australia for the next couple of years. And on top of that, this business is fun. We get to connect with so many fabulous people, and it's ridiculous that we sometimes call this work. It's just so much fun. So I can't speak highly enough of it.
Thank you.
Awesome, Joe. Thanks, Melissa.
All right,
guys. Well, we'll leave you with that, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Thanks.